Last night, I spent the night in this hotel. The Hotel Pacific in Monterey, California. This
Paw Patrol
is the inside of the hotel room. And here is the outside of the hotel. Everybody loves to take pictures of it. Wow, it is so suddenly windy. Becoming dark and windy.
Wow, so windy. Oh man, this is nasty.
This is just crazy. This happened suddenly.
You really look at those clouds?
Yeah, and then it became dark and windy. Look at that, down there. I know.
Oh, those are some waves.
Yeah, I know.
8-footers.
I was about to park here, then I started panicking. Oh my God, I'm not parking under this because it's dripping on me. And there's like a 3-story hotel above this parking garage. I am not parking under the rotted, cracked, dripping wood. I don't know when that's gonna collapse, and I don't want it to be on me or my car. I'm just not taking that risk. There's more right there, above that car.
Hey, yeah, there's another one over here.
Yeah, it's another one. It's another mirror.
Whoa, they have a cool weapon in here. Cool weapon in here.
That's a hair dryer.
Hair fire.
It's for drying your hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna find right here.
It's not a weapon.
It's not a weapon. It's like it.
Alright, I should get
It's
one.
for drying your hair.
I should get one right here.
Oh, that's good.
It's not plugged in.
You're right, it's not plugged in. It's not supposed to be plugged in because we don't need to dry our hair right now because we didn't just take a shower and our hair is not wet. So please put it down and don't plug it in. That's another mirror.
I'm gonna want my hand, foot.
Yes, we are in a hotel room.
The instructions are pretty complicated.
It was a very expensive hotel room.
I don't want my hand. I don't want my hand.
And
got
this
all
is
this-
the inside of the room.
It's got all this stuff for drinking wine. Does it have a complimentary wine bottle?
No, they sell them at the front desk.
I don't clean my hand.
That's nice.
Oh, wow.
There's the bathroom. There's no sink in the bathroom. Is there a fan? There's no fan in the bathroom either.
Hey, right here. Did that hold it? Yeah, done.
Anyway, this is the room that we're staying in
bed.
for the night. There's a sofa bed too.
TV.
Yes, it comes with the TV. We can turn the TV on.
Get this stuff in the car.
I'm going to.
I parked my car over here where I could drive out easily first thing in the morning if I wanted to. And I am so glad that I did not park my car over there. I will look up above me. There's another one. Because look what's happening to the car that did park over here. It's getting flooded by the water, which is actively dripping. Do you see it? It's dripping right now. Maybe somebody is taking a shower or their shower's leaking, who knows, but it is dripping. It's splattering all over these two very nice cars. And it's running under the cars. I'm walking through it. And it is going down there. And down there. So whoever owns these very nice cars, the moldy, nasty water is dripping on your cars. That alone should be enough for me to get my money back for this hotel room. But it gets worse. Remember how we got harassed for smoking on the beach earlier today? I specifically booked a room that had an outside patio or porch. And when I got here, after I paid for my room, I was told I had to sign a form. The form said they will charge me $250 if anybody smokes in the room, on the patio or porch, in the stairs, in the parking garage, basically anywhere on the property. Now, when you book a room from hotels.com, it's supposed to tell you if it's a non-smoking room and if it's a non-smoking property, because there's a big difference between a non-smoking room that you can step outside of to smoke and a non-smoking property where you've got to go like off the property onto the street. And worse than that, they said you can't even smoke in your car in the parking garage. Our car's a rental car, so nobody's smoking in it, but the idea is that that is not the room that was sold to me on hotels.com. And it's scary because underneath this is that parking garage. There are the stairs I went down to get to it, and there's the elevator I just took to come up to here. There is another story of rooms above us. There's actually supposed to be 4 stories. This is the second, that would be the third. I guess there's a 4th in some part of the building, but that means that the plumbing from one of the bathrooms in these rooms is actively leaking, like leaking so much it's gushing water through the wood that's underneath this tile, thus rotting it into the parking garage below. It's so much water that I wouldn't be surprised if a bathtub or toilet fell through the floor of the room and crashed into a car in the parking garage below. They told me they had breakfast. I'm now going to see if they have any food that I can eat at the breakfast. It seems that the extent of the breakfast is this and this. This hotel is like normally $400 a night. So I absolutely can't believe they don't even have a hot breakfast. This is like actually insulting. I mean, the only thing they have for meat is just like a few slices of ham, which I don't eat. As you can see, I could not even eat a piece of cheese. There are breadcrumbs all over the place around the cheese. And since I'm allergic, I can't take the risk. Probably can't take the risk with the pineapple either. This is my breakfast. A few pieces of fruit and a cup of coffee. Obviously not a filling breakfast, especially for a pregnant woman. I at least expected them to have some eggs and potatoes.
I pushed and shoved and waited in line for about 15 minutes through this frantic crowd of rich people.
Trying to fight over the measly bits of the food that's left at their horrible buffet.
No.
Is that the last bagel, or did you have to ask the staff for more?
No, they're putting out more. They got more in the bag.
So he's got a bagel, some fruit, some hard-boiled eggs. I didn't see hard-boiled eggs, cheese,
Yeah, they got hard-boiled eggs.
and the yogurt that I can't eat because it has cornstarch in it. I came back into the buffet area to get a cup of coffee and a plate of food for Eugene, and there was a man standing there between me and the milk. He kind of faced off with me, standing there looking at me. I stood there looking at him, and then I said, "You're gonna have to move because you're in the way of me getting to the milk." I mean, he was like standing, leaning towards me, kind of like, I'm standing firmly, I'm not moving. So I said, "You're gonna need to move," and the man like jumped down my throat. He started telling me off, and I told him I was gonna go down and complain to the front desk. I don't think they'll do anything. I am going to complain, but I'm also going to get a video of the man. If you see this man at a hotel or anywhere where you're traveling to, stay away from him. I actually did complain to the front desk, and one of the front desk employees went to talk to that man and his family. I walked away because they were all berating me collectively. They were like, he didn't do anything wrong and all this stuff, but they were like, be quiet.
Hold on, let me tell you something.
I'm talking. All right, tell me something.
The person who was vacuuming upstairs, they must have been vacuuming the strip because it sounded like...
Oh my gosh. The man started getting defensively aggressive to the front desk lady that was trying to talk to him about how he treated me. What happened is, he was just like standing there, and I was trying to walk that direction, and there was massive confusion over which way you walk in the buffet line, but everybody else was just like walking around each other. I kind of like walked up to this man, and he kind of like stood solid, and I kind of made eye contact with him, and he kind of just stared at me and started to step forward. So I said, "You're standing between me and the milk." That's when he got very aggressive, and he started saying, "I'm not doing anything. You're the one with the problem." So,
Where did that come from?
I don't know. He just got really aggressive that he scared me. And I said, "I'm going to go complain to the front desk." And he said, "You do that." So I did. And as I left the dining room, he was defending himself and saying that he didn't do anything wrong and that I had just started to yell at him. But I just needed him to move out of my way. I just needed him to step to the side or step back like everybody else was doing to get out of each other's way at that crowded, confusing buffet where no one knew which direction to walk. And he could have said, "Excuse me." He could have said, "I'm sorry." He could have said, "Which way do you want me to go? I'm confused about which way this line is going." But instead, he kind of like stood his ground and leaned forward into me. And then when I said, "No, I really need you to move. I need you to like move to the side so I can get by you," that's when he started aggressively telling me off. Anyway, the main reason that I had to complain is because if I didn't, somebody else would complain about me, and then I would get kicked out of the $400 a night hotel. They would say, "This crazy woman with dreadlocks is yelling at me," and they would automatically side with the other person because of the way I look. So if I didn't complain, there's a risk that he could have complained and I could have gotten in trouble when I didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to pour milk into my coffee. In fact, it's the fault of the hotel staff for having such a cluttered and confusing buffet where people can't clearly tell which direction to walk. But even so, sometimes in a buffet where everyone's walking the same direction, you need to like walk back and get something. It doesn't have to become a verbal altercation. If somebody says, "You're in the way of the milk, I need you to move," you just move. How hard could that be? And also, the reason I said kind of firmly, "You're in my way and you need to move," is because this had been like a body motion and eye contact confrontation already, where I kind of leaned forward and he kind of leaned forward, and I kind of leaned to the side and he kind of leaned to the side, and he was like too close to me and blocking me from getting by. So I did kind of sternly say, "You're in my way, I need you to move." But I didn't like scream at him or talk to him nastily. I was just like firm, because he was just standing solid when he basically could tell I was trying to walk that way. Like, if a person's trying to walk and you see them coming for you and you see them making eye contact with you and you can tell that they're trying to get by and you just kind of aggressively stare at them and kind of like lean side to side and forward like you're gonna not let them by, you are being aggressive. So if somebody's acting that way, it's not my responsibility to kiss their ass and say, "Excuse me, sir, could you please move out of my way?" I can say, "You're standing in my way and you need to move." And I can say it firmly, and that's okay. And the person should move, okay? Not be rude to me. I was about to take a shower, and look at that. When you pull the button up all the way, there's still tons of water leaking out of the bottom. See that? And my boyfriend said that as he was showering, the shower head kept coming apart at the seams and he kept having to snap it back together. I hope that doesn't happen to me.
I'm gonna turn the gas off. You need a key.
No, turn the bottom.
It took me a while to find this spot, but yeah.
Now turn the
That's
bottom.
up.
Now
No, this
turn
is
the bottom.
down. That should
We
be.
had to turn off the TV because we're leaving, Eugene. He's trying to cut his bread with a knife. Please put his bread in something so we can take it with us. I have to pee real quick before we go, and I wanted to take a little video of the room. This is the inside of the hotel room.
Bring a knife. This isn't our knife. Here, let's go. Here, grab this.
This is the little mini fridge. This is the porch where you're not allowed to smoke. It does look nice though. Here's the inside of the hotel room. Again, the TV turns so you can watch it from either side. But since the speakers are in the back,
You only heard it from
you can't really watch it on one side while someone sleeps on the other side. Eugene is finishing off what he can eat of the so-called continental breakfast.
continental breakfast. Or
Well, that's what a buffet breakfast without any real food and mostly bread is supposedly called. But they didn't say they had a continental breakfast. They said they had a breakfast. Just a breakfast.
I expected hash brown.
I expected at least some potatoes and
Some
eggs.
Bacon.
Bacon.
We don't even eat bacon, but
What's
we
a
expected to
$300
see it.
hotel room without
No, this is
bacon?
like $400 or $500
What's
normally.
a $500 hotel
I had a
room without bacon?
$110 coupon and a 7% discount, and this was still over $200. So for a hotel that's normally $400 to $500,
That's an egg.
they should have much higher quality food than that. That's like an insult to their customers.
No, I need a watermelon.
In here, there's some kind of closet. Oh, it's got like an ironing board and a laundry bag and a safe as an iron.
I never imagined Eugene would have eaten that much of his food.
Hi,
Oh no, he ate a huge amount of food. I brought him a huge plate. It was like enough food for 2 adults. I wanted him to be able to eat whatever he wanted to from the buffet. Okay, don't wave knives, even ones that aren't sharp.
Here, let me have this.
This is the bathroom.
Here.
The shower was nice. I like how the shower head detaches. I showed you the water leaking issues earlier.
We're gonna go to the beach.
I also noticed something else about this bathroom. That's where water is leaking from the bathroom above. Okay. That's where water is leaking from the bathroom above, as I was saying. Some kind of plaster has been put over it to patch it, but you can see that the plumbing leak was not fixed. You can see there is black mold, and you can see the plaster is literally dissolving. Anyway, I am now checking out. I'm going to really quickly take a quick video of the room to prove we didn't trash it or anything. In case anyone else who's prejudiced against people with dreadlocks, like that man who was being aggressive to me at the breakfast buffet, wants to accuse me of doing anything wrong. This is the room. The only mess we left is our trash in the pails, some dirty towels on the floor. See that? The room looks great. And some dirty dishes in the sink. And the table might need to be wiped because people were eating their breakfast on that table. That is it. I am now checking out. I'm taking the cupcake or muffin or whatever it is Eugene didn't finish with me, holding it with toilet paper because I'm allergic to gluten. And I'm going to show you some interesting videos of the hotel really quickly before I get in the car, where my boyfriend and Eugene already are waiting for me. The plates and knives and forks and napkins they gave us were sitting on a dirty napkin in kind of a dirty cabinet. Here's the beautiful seating area. See that? That's very beautiful. It was raining this morning, so there was nobody sitting in it. There's a beautiful fountain. And if you walk this way, you can see more of the hotel. And over here, past this plant, which I will talk about in a second, there's a way to walk out to the road. And out here there's some really beautiful trees and a beautifully maintained Victorian house at the end of a little cul-de-sac. See that? And then there's this tree. The flowers of this tree contain so many poisonous hallucinogenic compounds that even smelling the flowers can make you intoxicated. No, I am not kidding. If you stick your nose up into one of these flowers and inhale, you could get intoxicated. And here is the outside of the hotel. Everybody loves to take pictures of it. The most ridiculous thing about this smoking on the street thing is there's somebody's porch at the hotel we're staying at. It literally comes out onto the street.
Yeah, their room's cracked. They can probably smell it actually.
So if they're worried about their guests breathing secondhand smoke, it would actually be better if we smoked in our little back area. And there's the part of the hotel that has a fourth floor. I still don't know whose car this is. I was hoping to see them putting their stuff in the car so I could warn them about the moldy water dripping on their car overnight. I guess I didn't get to do that. Oh well. Anyway, my car is running. I am now actually leaving the hotel.
Part the phone here. Two part in here. Two part the phone in here, Mommy.
Great.
Yeah, great.
At least Eugene likes the food.
Part the phone. Need to eat it, Mommy. And my dad